it's where you're tuning in from, as long as the involvement in a witness protection program does not prohibit you from disclosing your general location. Don't do anything that you're not comfortable with. That was a joke, but you never know, maybe those things are real. Maybe it's not just in the movies that people go to random towns in middle America and start teaching poetry classes online.
I used to be Tony Soprano.
Oh my gosh, I started watching The Sopranos this holiday break. It's so good. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I honestly thought that it was like I wasn't gonna like it because I'm not a guy, because I feel like it's always like guys that are into mob stuff, and I'm like, I like rom-coms, but here we are. So hello, welcome from Pittsburgh. Hi, tuning in from LA, California, land of my progeny, or wait, what's it called? The people that come before you, ancestors. Okay, enough about this. Let's get going. I know you guys are excited to write. We've got a critical mass here. Hello from SF, St. Louis, Minneapolis, Canada. Yay! Hi. Okay, so we have only a half an hour together, and I've already taken up 5 minutes with crowd work. So let's get into it. So today, the theme is called first impressions, and or maybe it's misinterpretations, but it's something like that. And I have an awesome quote to start us off with that I'm going to read you here in a second. Boop. This is from Italian philosopher Fernando Pessoa. Have you ever considered, beloved other, how invisible we are to each other? We look at each other without seeing. We listen to each other and hear only a voice inside ourselves. The words of others are mistakes of our hearing, shipwrecks of our understanding. How confidently we believe our meanings of other people's words. And I've had some funny misinterpretations that happened recently, and I've realized that some friends of mine have too. So our exercise today is actually, I have 5 quick writing prompts for you, and I'm going to give us like 4 minutes per, and then there'll be, hopefully, I think with that breakdown, enough time for us to share at the end, which, as you all know, is my favorite part of this time that we share together each week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, and as always, if you're brand new, and anyone, but just to reiterate, if you don't like this exercise, just, go on, do your own thing. But I think it's going to be kind of fun. So I'm going to basically give you 5 different scenes with just a couple specific details. And I want you to write out the scene. You can do it in just prose. You can do it in kind of a narrative poetic style, however you want. Write out what you see, what you assume, what your impression is, and like what happens. You can turn it into a whole kind of dialogue, or you can just run with it whatever direction you want. So all of these are based on real things that happened to me or people I know. So here we go. Number 1, time is going to be 4 minutes on the clock. A late middle-aged man in baggy old clothes gets up and bangs on the bathroom door when another man from a different table walks into the bathroom. This is like in a cafe, in a public setting. So yeah, this happened to me. It was so strange. Okay, 4 minutes. What is going on here? What's your impression? And I'll explain what the real situation was for each one after. All right, time is up for the first prompt. I'm going to reshare the first prompt and then now the second prompt too, in case anyone was late. We have 5 prompts that are all scenes that are easy to interpret one way or the other, and you don't know which one is correct. So you can explore this in any direction you want and describe these scenes. Second one, this happened to me when I was in Mexico, or at least I witnessed it. A Mexican man on a scooter almost crashes into an American tourist standing right in the middle of a winding mountain road. No, I was not the tourist standing in the middle of the road. So explore that scene. You have 4 minutes, or expand on the other one if this one doesn't resonate with you. You can kind of take it wherever you want. We've got 3 more after this. All right, time is up for that one. Another real life scenario. I hope this is as fun for you as it is for me. Oh, hi, Diana. You're late. No worries. I'll reshare all. We're spending 4 minutes on each scene. I'm providing you scenes that you get to interpret and explore any way you want. So next one, tourists leave their phones and wallets and bags on the rocks while they wade into the water at a crowded beach. Local teenagers move their things next to theirs, stand in front of their belongings, casually tossing a ball. Tourists go back to their bags and their phones and wallets are missing. Interpret that any way you want, or continue building on any of the previous scenes. 4 minutes. I was on mute that entire time. That was me telling you guys so many things, and I was on mute the whole time. So time was up, 1. We only have about 5 minutes left, so I've put 2, the last 2 in there, and you can choose which one you want to do. Thank you guys for looking at me and telling me that I was on mute. First one, nervous looking man, late 20s, black and white tuxedo, billionaire holiday event. Second one is 6 young looking women, fancy outfits, sitting down, laughing and talking loudly to each other at a bar downtown. So take 4 minutes on that, and then we choose which one or split it if you want. we got just a couple minutes left. Time is up. I hope that was fun for you. I'm going to share the possible misinterpretations first real quick, and then have space for you guys to share what actually no, you share what you wrote first. Share what you wrote first, a couple, and then I'll share what really happened in case it's interesting to you. You can raise your physical human hand if your video is already on. You can go woo, 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 or you can put your Zoom emoji hand up if you would like to share. And if you have to run, no worries. I will type what really happened in the Facebook group too. Edgar, go ahead. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, since we had only a few minutes, I combined prompts 5 and 6, and nice. I have the nervous looking guy smiling at the 6 women, and they smile back at him and get up towards him. And we're not sure how many of the 6 figure he's an easy mark for lots of money, but there might be one that's actually decent. We'll see.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I knew this was going to be a creative juggernaut. That is so cool. Darcy, how about you?
I went with the young man at the billionaire's party.
Cool.
What the heck am I doing here? Thought the young tuxedoed man to himself. I'm so out of my element. He surveyed the room. He spied the wrapped gifts under the oversized Christmas tree. What on earth does a billionaire get and give for Christmas? He imagined keys to a private Cessna, keys to a Lamborghini, keys to a town, an island, a country. His daydreaming was interrupted by a middle-aged woman trying to look decades younger. Botox did not serve her well. Can I buy you a drink? She asked seductively. For a moment, he was confused as the booze was flowing freely at this exclusive event. Then he blushed when he realized she was coming on to him. Gross, he thought. She's old enough to be my mother. But then he realized this might just be the opportunity he was waiting for all night.
Ooh, I love this. Oh my gosh. I feel like we have the makings of a mystery between the two of you. You could even mash yours up a little bit. Did anyone else want to share a tidbit from one of their stories? Did I see you raise your hand for a second? You're labeled SocietyX Therapeutic Poetry. You're still muted.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect. You're good now.
I like the one the man banging on the door.
Ooh, cool.
Okay, all right. He was banging on the door because the bathroom door, because he had an emergency. He did not want to. He did. Okay. He was banging on the door. He was wearing a new suit that his late wife purchased him, and he did not want to soil the suit because she gave it to him at their 50th anniversary.
Mm, that's so sweet. I love how you added so many intricacies and nuances just in like 2 sentences. It's like a whole world is opening up. Jack, you want to share one more, and then I'll share what the funny little misinterpretations were that I had.
Yeah, sure. I don't know if I did it right, but I wrote very short, quick, almost like little poems. So I've got. I was just thinking how they kind of all connect, and I'll just pick one. I'll just pick the first one. The guy at the door,
Mm-hmm.
like a good dance, a slipping. Moments like children, slipped in seamlessly, the other falls, knocking the branch breaks, left standing at the door. Grace slips in, doing a pirouette.
Ooh, I love that. Cool. So what had happened was this first one, the man banging on the door. I was in a cafe and I saw this happen, and I thought this man was like super aggressive and scary and was like maybe even like mentally unwell or something. Turned out the two guys knew each other and have an ongoing joke where anytime they see each other go into the bathroom, they try to scare each other. And then they went on to sit next to each other. The second one, the Mexican man on the scooter and the American tourist. I thought this was so interesting as I witnessed it, because any of you who know the United States and Mexico, it's like, it's, you know, tourism is huge in Mexico, but it's an awkward relationship sometimes between the sort of presumptuous Americans and, I mean, various international tourists, but I'm an American, so I am hard on ourselves. So as I saw this happening, I thought, wow, this is a real misunderstanding potential here, because I became aware that the American man actually was disabled and was not able to walk. And so when he saw the motorcycle coming, he was so scared because he knew he wasn't going to be able to get out of the way. And so he stayed right there. But the Mexican guy, he probably thought he was just one of these asshole tourists refusing to get out of the way, you know? And I was just thinking to myself, those misunderstandings we have. The tourists and the phones and wallets, that happened to me. And I was like, I thought that these teenagers had stolen our phones, and they absolutely hadn't, because we had so smartly shoved them all into this one hidden pocket in our bag. And so we had looked through everything. I was absolutely mortified. It was so scary. I was having like a panic attack. Then nervous looking man, late 20s, black and white tuxedo. A billionaire's party. You guys were quite on the right track in this one. This is a friend of mine who works with me at Ars Poetica, and he gets so annoyed because he'll wear his fancy tuxedo and go to these really high-end events, and people will inevitably always assume that he's like a waiter or like a coat check guy or something, even though he's performing at the event, and it's so frustrating to him. And the final one also happened to me. I was with 6 of my friends, and we're just having a nice evening together. All of these women are lesbians. I'm a queer woman, and we're just all sitting down talking. And this couple next to us go, "Oh God, a bachelorette party!" And we're so annoyed. And we were like, "Nope." And it was so funny to have someone be so judgmental and so incorrect. So yes, that is my little experiment in the world of misinterpretations and first impressions. Sounds like you all had a lot of fun with it. And, you know, this is my favorite time of the week. So can't wait to see you all again next week for another fun writing exercise. We'll see what I come up with next. Have a beautiful rest of the week. What's that?
That was really great. I mean,
oh, good. I'm so glad you liked it.
Yeah, no, I've got 5 beautiful little poems, and I think it's really neat.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's funny how much this little sliver of time can actually spur quite a bit of production and creative juices flowing.
Cool.
See you next week.
Bye.